Well, hello, everyone. And I believe we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the last, this is bittersweet, the last readathon part. Wait, not the last. This is the end of the readathon. However, we still have the results of the readathon party. I like to party. So, welcome you guys to the end of the readathon party. It has been absolutely amazing. I've been going through books. I've read 20 different books, all of them consisting of sickle cell. So I'm letting you guys know if I could get points into this, I would have won. However, I did not, but I did enjoy reading the words of our fellow warriors. It has been inspirational. It has been mind blowing. Uh, it has been for some a little traumatic. Um, Cried for some of them, and but others it was just happy and resilient. Seeing the work that even with sickle cell, how we could just bring positivity, especially through books, because you guys know I'm a nerd. You know how I do. So thank you guys so much for joining us for the last readathon party before we do the resorts, which will be in 2 weeks. So thank you guys. Um, by the way, I forgot to introduce myself. I am Dominique Goodson, the Senior Project Manager and Dean of Warrior University for the Sickle Cell Consortium. I believe everybody pretty much has seen my face, especially for the readathon. Um, Thank you all for joining us. Uh, Today is the last day to submit your book reports for readathon. So it is very important. I want to make sure that everyone is aware. The readathon has been going on since the beginning of December. We thought we share some of the sickle cell works during the holiday season to just brighten things up. And plus, who doesn't like reading? The kids are getting out of school. It keeps the mind active. It keeps them off of those tablets and phones and stuff. And it's reading. It's a form of escapism. So we began this the beginning of December. I extended it for 2 weeks because everyone was just having so much fun and wanted more time. And so, unfortunately, today is the last day of the readathon, and everyone must submit their book reports by 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Now, one thing I do want to reiterate and let everyone know: you have to submit a book report for each book you have read. Now, for those of you that have been attending the readathon parties, the first party was with Miss Erin Washington, and I believe she read Kamaya on the Beach. The second party was with me, and I read The Sickle Cell in Me. These were all kids' books, by the way. The third was with Miss Sharonda Sykes and her nephew, and they read a book. Um, I also read another book during the expo. So all of these books that were read for the readathon during the expo, during the parties, you guys get points for. You have to submit the information, do the book report, and submit, and those are points because it's a form of audiobook technically because I'm reading it to you guys, or we have an author reading it to you guys. So make sure you guys submit. Um, I want to say thank you to everyone that has been participating, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. One thing that I am looking forward to and working on is a book club where maybe we find a series that got 12 books in it and begin reading it. Maybe doing like the Harry Potter. So I don't know, any series. I'm up to any suggestion that you guys will like. But doing that and then having a discussion about the books once a month. I think that would be a lot of fun. Um, Besides, there are a lot of great authors out there that got a bunch of series, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a series. It could be a standalone books. I love those too. Nora Roberts is one of my favorite standalone authors. So definitely we do that. Um, so I'm working on that. So that is something that is going to be coming soon. And I will let you guys know what is the first novel that we're going to be reading. Now, I know I got my preferences. Okay. I'm a sci fi girl all the way through and through. I love me a good vampire book. I love me a good romance book. I love me a good werewolf book. Um, I like sci-fi. I also like romances. So, as I said, I'm also a huge fan of Nora Roberts. So, I am open to suggestions. Um, so, if you guys have any suggestions of what should be the first book that we read for our book club, would be great. I am also open to me and my some of my friends. We did a book club where we read um, New York Times bestsellers, Black authors, which was actually interesting because some of them were based off of true stories. Not really one of those types, but I did enjoy the books that was on New York Times bestseller. So I'm open to suggestions, you guys. Whatever suggestions you have for it, you can email me at dgoodson at sicklecellconsortium.org, and I will get that going because I don't want this to stop. Honestly, I love the readathon. I love reading books, and I love the fact that I'm able to share that with the sickle cell community as well. So, even though the readathon is coming to a close, everyone, guess what we're going to do? We're going to bring it back again at the end of this year because it is January. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year, everyone. So we're going to bring it back again at the end of December, or maybe during the summertime when the kids are out of school and they need something to keep them occupied. So we are going to be doing it again. So even though it's ending, and I know it's sad, you guys, we will be doing the readathon again. I hope you guys have been having so much fun with reading these books, like I have. I've been having a blast. So before you judge me, just listen, hear me out. I have never read any of the Harry Potter books, and or actually saw any of the movies. Okay. Um, yes, I know. Don't beat me up. So one of the books that I read that was, of course, plus the edition was my favorite author, J.R. Ward. Love her to death. But I read the first, which I think is called The Chambers of Secret, the first Harry Potter book. It was interesting. So if anybody else has read the Harry Potter book, I got a couple of questions that I want you guys to that I need somebody else's take on to see. Um, I also read my favorite author, J.R. Ward. One of her books that was just on audio. She actually released it on hardcover. I bought that and read that. That was a lot of fun. It's just been really fun reading these books. Normally, I read about, I want to say 50 books a year, but this last year has been extremely, it went by like that. At first, it was going slow and then it went by like that. And I wasn't actually able to read as much. So when I came up with the thought, let's do the readathon, this made me actually go back to reading. I didn't quite make my 50, but I did make 20. So I'm proud of myself. And you guys should be proud of yourself as well. Now, today, the book that we are reading is a Diary of a Little Warrior. And this one is by my friend, Sakia Darden. It is illustrated by her son, Shay Darden. Um, yes, there it is. Yes, this is the book that we are reading. So the information is going to be put inside the chat, the title of the book, the author of the book, how many pages, the published date. And don't forget, after we have finished reading the to go and submit your book reports. But this is Diary of a Little Warrior. I am going to actually start off by reading the foreword. The foreword was written by her daughter, Anaya Darden. I don't know if a lot of you guys remember Anaya, but she has participated with the consortium with the next generation, and she's Just absolutely amazing. And this is what she wrote. Sickle cell disease is a blood disorder that affects many people, but very few people know about this disease. I know that sickle cell disease is a very personal issue for the author because she lives with this disease each and every day. Sickle cell disease is very personal to me because the author is very special to me. She is my mother. I have witnessed so many times how brave my strong mom, my mother, has had to be and continue to be to live with sickle cell disease. I truly believe that my mother is a warrior. She never gives up her own fight against sickle cell disease, and she fights for others living with sickle cell. I have attended many programs and events where I watched my mother share her story and inspire others. My mother, Sakia Burwell Darden, is a very good woman for writing this book. She created this book to be a tool to help raise awareness and educate people about sickle cell disease. I could not think of a better person to do so. This book will certainly help people who know little or nothing about sickle cell disease become more aware and knowledgeable about the disease. With this book, my mother, now author and the sickle cell warrior, will also help other warriors, especially young warriors, stand strong and proud. Anaya Darden, daughter of the author. Now, there's also a dedication that I would like to read as well. I dedicate this book to all my fellow sickle cell warriors. Never give up and always remain hopeful. To all the devoted caregivers, sickle cell healthcare professionals, researchers, and community based organizations like the Sickle Cell Association of New Jersey that are committed to improving the quality of life and the search for a universal cure for all individuals living with sickle cell disease. This book is also dedicated to you. Thank you for the support and hope you give to all individuals living with sickle cell disease and their families. But last but certainly not least, to my loving family and friends, I dedicate this book to you all as well. Thank you for being my side and loving me through it all. I just like every time I read the dedication, kind of makes me want to weep. Now I know Sakia personally, and she's an absolutely an amazing photographer, now an amazing author. She's just an amazing warrior. So you guys, let's get into it. Dear Diary, it's me, little Nene, and I have sickle cell disease, but it does not have me. I can still accomplish my goals and be all that I dream to be. Having sickle cell means my red blood cells are shaped like a crescent moon. The cells in my body clump together, causing me pain. But I have hope that a cure will be found soon. I get these pains in different parts of my body. That happen at any time and when I least expect it. They are called sickle cell crises, and they hurt quite a bit. I know what sends me into a crisis: not getting enough water, temperature, and weather changes, being tired, and even stress. Mommy says in time I will learn ways to deal with things on my own because I know my body best. Mommy keeps a thermometer handy just in case my temperature spikes. I know I have sickle cell SS, but I know there are many other types. Mommy teaches me important things about my disease that she says I need to know so I can keep others care for me no matter where I go. I take medicines to help ease symptoms and to help manage my pain. I have to see my doctors often, and I know each of their names. To prevent infections, I used to take a pink medicine called penicillin from the time I was a baby up until I turned age 5. My doctors and mommy told me this medicine will keep the germs away and help me thrive. Hydroxyurea is another medication that I have been taking for a while. It is not a cure for sickle cell disease, but it does help to make the symptoms more manageable and mild. This medication works by keeping my red blood cells from sickling, and that is important to manage the pain. Hydroxyurea helps keep my red blood cell healthy so they will flow freely through my veins. The whites of my eyes get very yellow. Sometimes, and I know people notice it, my doctor says it is because my red blood cells break down very fast and cause what is called jaundice. Dr. Alexander manages my total health. He is a pediatrician, a doctor that all children must go to see. Dr. Williams is a hematologist, and she manages my sickle cell disease to help me stay healthy. Mommy says people living with sickle cell disease are as different as can be, and that my journey with this disease is unique to me. Just like other children, I love to run and play. I was just born with a disease that sometimes interrupts my day. To stay healthy, drinking plenty of water is something I must do. I must also listen to my body and rest when I need to. I have a best friend named Yami, and she is really cool. We share everything, and she lets me know what happens when I miss a day of school. Before I met Yami, sickle cell disease was a part of my life that I would hide. But mommy says it is okay to open up and allow a true friend to stand by my side. Yes, it is. I just had to interject that because it truly is. During really cold days, I look out the window because playing outside is something I am unable to do. But when Yami gives up making a snowman to watch movies with me, then I realize that what mommy said is true. Sometimes I am feeling really awful and the pain slows me down. This makes me sad and causes me to frown. If the pain continues to get worse, or if I get an infection that my body must fight, sometimes I have to go to the hospital and even stay a few nights. My doctors and nurses prepare my treatments, and I remember that this will not last. I focus on happy days to come and wait for the pain to pass. Don't we all? Many of the problems of sickle cell disease can be managed with blood transfusions from time to time. A transfusion is when I get blood from donors given to me through an IV line. Sometimes the pain makes me cry, but mommy says, "Sweetheart, everything will be all right." Then mommy gives me a kiss on the head and says, "You're my little warrior, and you must continue to fight." Mommy's words comfort me, and I drift to sleep with ease, allowing my body to get the rest it is so desperately needs. Once the pain has eased, I get to go home and slowly go back to the things I love to do. I get to see family and sleep in my own bed too. This is my story and my life living with sickle cell. I will share my story with others so they would know as well. I hope my story inspires other little warriors, far and near. I want them to know they are not in this fight alone and there is nothing to fear. We are stronger than our disease because that is how we were made. I want them to continue to stand tall, hold up their heads, and continue to be brave. The end. Such a good book. I love this. I love this book because it's like the perfect book for a child that is just coming into the true understanding. I'm talking about children that's like 7, 8, 9, that they're coming into the understanding of what sickle cell is, and their sickle cell. I wish that I had books like this when I was growing up. The books I had was a little different. Now my hematologist gave me a big old medical book on sickle cell. I mean, that boy was thick. And then he handed me a dictionary so that the words I didn't know what they meant, I could look it up and tell what they meant. But this book right here, The Diary of a Little Warrior, I think it is an amazing book for young children at at an age of like 8 to 12. It's so and not even for young children, it's for us too. It's very inspirational. It also reminds me that you know what? You got to stay strong because it's not going to be like that forever. You're not going to be sick forever. Um, your crisis attack is only going to last a few days or maybe a week or two. But you know what? You're going to go back and you're going to be stronger because you went through it. And one thing I've learned, having sickle cell made me overcome a lot of adversity. And that's why we are warriors, you guys. I do want to let you guys know our giveaway is actually going to be a diary of a little warrior today. So that is going to be our giveaway that we're doing at the end. So I do want to remind everybody this has been so much fun, just a lot of fun. I love reading. It's one of my distraction techniques for sickle cell. I know it's reading is different for everybody, but for me, music and reading is the perfect distraction technique when I am in a crisis attack. And then reading just period, especially when life gets too hard, I could dive into the world of the Black Brother Daggerhood series and forget my own life for a while. And that's what this has done for me. The readathon has done. I'm hoping that it has done that for you guys too. I know today is the conclusion of the readathon. This is our last readathon party. However, don't forget, we are announcing the readathon winners on. We're having another party. I know. I like it. I love parties. Okay. Our readathon winners party is going to be January 26th. So at 7 p.m. on Facebook. And I will be announcing all the winners of the readathon. Um, we are putting inside the chat. Don't forget, you guys, this book that was read, Diary of a Little Warrior. This counts as a book that you read because technically it's an audio book. It counts. We have put the information that is needed for the book inside of the chat. We will do that again. Make sure you fill out the book reports. Please remember that you must fill out a book report for each book you read. So for each book you read, you have to fill out the book report. We're putting the information inside of there along with the links for the book report, just as a reminder, just in case. We put how many pages. The title was Diary of a Little Warrior. It was written by Sakia Burwell Darden. It was published in 2020, and the pages are 32. And when the question is asked, does this count for extra points? Yes, it does, because it was written by a warrior and it's about sickle cell. Bam! So you guys, 5 extra points. 5 extra points for this book. Um, this has been so good, so much fun. Um, Make sure you guys, I can't stress that enough, to get the points. Make sure you guys fill out the book report. Make sure you guys fill it. Oh, Miss Carla, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Hopefully, you never know, you might be a winner of this book at when we do the randomizers. So the reports are due tonight by 11:59 p.m. I would turn off the form tonight at 12 o'clock, the book report form. And it's just to be fair because um, everyone must turn in their book reports by 11:59 p.m. So all the books you have read, fill out the book reports, turn it in 11:59. 12 o'clock, I would be turning off the form to submit book reports and to register for the readathon. But we will be giving away the prizes and announcing the winners of the readathon on January 26th. Now, that is going to be fun. We're going to have fun. We're going to play some games. It's going to be a couple of reading games that we're going to play. Um, we're going to play a couple of reading games. We're going to play a couple of quotes. Um, so it's going to be a good readathon party. Yes, the reports are due by today, which is January 12th at 11:59 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you guys turn that in. So once again, it is due by 11:59 p.m. Eastern tonight. But the winners party is going to be so much fun. We're going to play games. We're going to give away some more books. We're going to announce who the winners are of each of the categories for the readathon. And it's going to be a blast, you guys. So much. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, put it inside the chat. Um, I would say that there's some steep competition because I see Miss Carla on here. Miss Carla and Miss Etta, yeah, you guys are head to head in the competition. I ain't gonna say nothing else, but you guys are head to head in the competition. It's gonna be very interesting to see um, the winners at the end of this. So you guys make sure you submit your reports. And I thank you guys so much, so much for supporting the readathon and supporting the consortium with this. I know I'm an active reader. I know I'm an active writer, but I wasn't sure how other people will feel about reading. So it's great to see so many people that get so excited and nerd out about books like I do. Because, baby, I nerd out. Now, one thing I do want to say is I went back to writing my novel. Okay? Yes, I did. During the break that we had for the consortium, which was like the last week and the first week of January, I went back and started finishing up my first novel. And I am almost complete. Unfortunately, this is not a children's book. So children cannot read it, but adults are very much welcome to read it. But I am almost finished with it, you guys, and I cannot wait for you guys to read it. So I would say I would love to have the pleasure of having some of the readathon members, and this is going to be part of like the book club aspect also, which I am really wanting to do. Starting a book club where we all read a book, we all read the same book once a month, and then we get together and discuss the book. And so some of the main ones, like Miss Carla and Miss Etta, everyone that participated in the readathon, I would love it if you guys will give me your true and honest opinion about my book when I send it to you guys. Okay? So that's going to be a lot of fun. Uh yes, Miss Carla, it is going to be juicy. Okay, so just just don't you might be a little shocked. Okay, Miss Carla. You might be a little shocked. But I'm very excited. And this readathon has inspired me to go back and finish my book. So you guys, um, we will be doing it. Also, I know last time someone asked about whether we are including um, other languages, other books by other warriors in other countries. And yes, we have started looking into other books written by warriors in other countries. We have started working with our international um, partners to get those books and include those books in the sickle cell library, because we want to make sure that we support our sickle cell warriors, our sickle cell caregivers, and we're not just um, us. We're not just the United States. We have other warriors in other countries that speak other languages, whether it's Spanish, French, German, Italian, whatever. They speak other languages, and there are authors out there in books that have books. And a few people that was in other countries wanted to join, and they actually included books that was written by sickle cell warriors in other languages. So we are going to be including another side of our sickle cell library, and that is going to include our international writers. I'm pleased about that. I'm very happy. That means we're just growing bigger and bigger. And I can't wait to read what other sickle cell warriors in different countries experience and how they talk about sickle cell, whether it's a caregiver or a warrior. How do they discuss sickle cell and talk about it or view it, and what their books are going to be about? So I'm excited about that, and I hope you guys are too. So once again, this is the last readathon party. It is the end. Book reports are due tonight at 12 p.m. Eastern. The winners will be announced January 26th at 7 p.m. The book that was read today that you guys are able to get points is Diary of a Little Warrior by Sakia Barwell Darden. Um, it We are putting the information inside the chat so that you have that information to include inside the book report. We're also including all the links to where you can fill out the book report, sign up, and everything. All right. So the next thing we are going to do is the final thing actually is we're going to give away Diary of a Little Warrior. All right. And if you see on the screen that that is the title of the book. It's Diary of a Little Warrior. It's written by Sakia Burnwell Darden. It was published in 2020, and it is 32 pages. Make sure you include that inside of the book report. And there is the link. It is tinyurl.com/SCD book report 23. All right. Our final thing is we are going to give away a copy of Diary of a Little Warrior. And Miss Sharonda, oh yes, that would be nice to read from another language. It would, Miss Etta. It really would, and I'm looking forward to us actually doing that and being able to bring that to our sickle cell community. It's going to be fun. We have a couple of books that are written by our international partners, but they are in English. We have the English copies. We don't have like the Spanish copies. But it's going to be interesting to read books in other languages or to see the books in other languages. So if we have no more questions, it is time for our giveaway. Y'all know I like giveaways. I know y'all clapping. All right, we are going to do a randomizer, and all right, and we're about to do the randomizer. Oh yes. Can you guys? I apologize. I should have told you guys at the beginning. Type in the chat #read party to be entered into the readathon. So Miss Carter actually, Miss Etta actually asked a question. She said she would like to get a list of all the sickle cell books. So we actually have what we call the sickle cell library. We have a list of that, and that I would definitely send you a list. But that list is also on our if I believe I'm correct, it is on our um, Warriors the Sickle Cell Consortium page. Um, if it is not, I can definitely get you a list of the sickle cell books. Definitely get you a list for the sickle cell books. But I believe that they are on the website, and it is a long list. So I do want to just remind everybody one more time what the prizes are for the readathon, as this is the last day. So the prizes are for first place, you get the complete sickle cell library and a SC3 mystery box. So you're going to be able to get all of the entire sickle cell library plus the mystery box. Second place gets a SC3, a sickle cell consortium mystery box, and a sickle cell book. Because it's about the readathon. Why not give out books? Third place gets a sickle cell consortium grab bag and a book. So once again, first place gets the sickle cell library and the sickle cell mystery box. Second place gets a sickle cell mystery box and a book. And third place gets a sickle cell grab bag and a book. It is not too late to submit book reports. You guys have until 11:59 p.m. Eastern tonight to submit your book reports. All right. So everyone has typed in the chat #read party, and we are giving away Diary of a Little Warrior. And let's see who wins. Drum roll, please. My drum rolls are getting a lot better, you guys. When I say a lot better, I mean a lot better. Because y'all remember back in 2020, when we first started doing virtual stuff, my drum rolls was like bop, 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 bop. Like it wasn't consistent. But it's consistent now. You want to know why? It's because of you guys. Drum roll, please. Wait. Okay, maybe it's not getting that great, but it's getting there. And the winner is... Okay, no, it's not. The sickle cell consortium did not win. Let's see. Let's pick another one. Okay. Nope. I love her, but she not the winner neither. Come on. Miss Trickwilla. MS Trickwilla. I'm not sure I'm even saying that correctly. Congratulations. You are the winner of a Diary of a Little Warrior. I am my email address will be put inside of the chat. Email me at dgoodson@sicklecellconsortium.org to claim your prize. And once you email me, we can get the process of sending your book out to you. Congratulations, and thank you so much for joining. All right. Once again, my email address is dgoodson@sicklecellconsortium.org. Yes, sicklecellconsortium.org. And Miss Willa, please email me so that you can claim your prize. And once again, congratulations. Well, you guys, this was so much fun. I hope you guys enjoyed the book. I did. I will see you all. I'm about to take the time to tally up all of the scores over the next couple of weeks of everyone, and then we will announce the winners at the Readathon Winners Party on January 26th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I hope you guys had fun. I did. I hope you loved the book, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Peace, everyone. Thank you, guys.